Good morning, everybody. I've got a new spot to record in here. I just moved onto the couch as opposed to the table. See if this works better. It's a little later in the day because we had a big storm last night. Not a lot of wind, but a lot of lightning. What you doing, kitty? Playing with the ball? He's behind the camera. Hopefully he's going to stay behind the camera and not cause trouble over here. Kitty, kitty, kitty. Okay, so much of the country, especially here in Georgia, has been under a heat advisory. Be safe out there wherever you're at. I saw a meme that said, be sure to drink lots of water between now and November 1st. Especially when there's a heat advisory. And we had a major storm last night. The lightning started here at 1 a.m. That's the kitty playing with his ball. It was caught behind the refrigerator and he couldn't get to it. I got it this morning. But it started thundering and lightning about 1 o'clock. The rain started about 2. I didn't hit any lightning strikes nearby, but they were out there. You could see the flashes, but you count to 2 or 3 seconds. So there's a little ways away. No direct hits. It did trip a GFI here in the trailer, so I had to reset that this morning. That's what they're there for. So the heat index advisory, heat index, which is the feels like temperature, has been 110. Now, some of you can say that you've got higher temperatures. I'm not bragging that we've got the highest temperature in the world. We have a high temperature for here. So it's whatever you get used to. And it is not a dry heat. It is a very humid heat. So you have wet clothes on if you're working. Okay, my air conditioner's been on. I had to turn it off to do this recording. I'll turn it back on when I'm done because it makes too much background noise. So, what do we make of all this? Well, tongue-in-cheek, it's a small taste of hell. But don't worry, hell is temporary. It is not permanent. God's going to empty out hell and dump everybody into the lake of fire. So if hell isn't hot enough, the lake of fire will be. You don't want to go there. If you're a Christian, you're not. But if you're not a Christian, warn people. Okay, so how do we know hell is hot? Well, certainly that way in all the cartoons. Matthew 25:41 speaks of the eternal fire for the condemned. Is it figurative or real? Well, there goes Kitty. He's behind the couch. Now he's back out again. Now he's in the other room. He's doing his zoomies. There's not much I can do about that. Matthew 25:41. Then he will say to those on his left, depart from me, you who are accursed, into the eternal fire prepared for the devil and his angels. Is it figurative? Doesn't sound like it. Even if hell is nothing more than the separation of man from God permanently, it would be the equivalent of a fire. But I think it's hot too. It's too hot and too late for coffee. I didn't get to have coffee this morning because the kitchen was out. The GFI had tripped. So I had a honey bun for breakfast. Not really what I wanted, but I wanted something. Couldn't cook. Everything's back to normal now. And the satellite's back on. The satellite was out too. What are you going to do? Revelation 20:10 talks about the lake of fire. And the devil who deceives them was thrown into the lake of burning sulfur where the beast and the false prophet had been thrown. They were tormented day and night forever and ever. He's just full of energy. I don't give him moist food all the time. I give him almost as a treat. He gets dry food all the time, but I only give him moist food every couple of days. And just one helping. Mark 9:43. Place of fire. If your hand causes you to stumble, cut it off. It is better to enter life maimed than with two hands going into hell, where the fire never goes out. We don't know for sure, but it sure sounds like it's fire, doesn't it? Matthew 13:42. It's a furnace of fire, not just a fire. They will throw them into the blazing furnace, where there will be weeping and gnashing of teeth. It's not going to be a pleasant place. But again, if there's air conditioning and there's TV and there's nothing there to do, if it's a separation from God, that is eternal fire. We're going to turn to Jude. Jude's only got one chapter, so Jude 1:7. In a similar way, Sodom and Gomorrah and the surrounding towns gave themselves up to sexual immorality and perversion. They serve as an example of those who suffered punishment of eternal fire. They may be living in it, but they were killed by it too. So, this is why you have to warn your friends and family. Don't anger them to the point where they won't listen. Politely, lovingly, talk to them about it. Interject it every once in a while. Don't harp on it. Let the Spirit guide you if you got a problem sinner. Make sure that they're prepared when we're gone. We haven't talked about prepping in a while, but it's still an important thing to do. If you're prepping, not only you're preparing you for a downturn that might leave you without food, you're also leaving something behind for those left behind, because it's not going to be a pleasant place. And if you put your tracts all over the place, the Bible where they can find it, when they are ready, they will look quickly and inquisitively, because they need to know, why am I here and everybody else is gone? The answer's there. So leave plain, clear instructions where to turn. Nobody should be going to the lake of fire. And God is not sending anybody there. He said, how can God allow all this? Because he gives us a free will. We're running this planet under his supervision to a degree, but we're running this planet. If this whole world decided to ignore God and do whatever they wanted, Sodom and Gomorrah, whatever, the world before Noah, God will deal with it. But there are enough Christians down here for him to stay interested and want to help out. We are the only reason this world still exists. All right. How long have I been recording? Doesn't seem like it's been very long. It hasn't been. Well, the Iran-Israel war is over for now. Iran's still talking big. At first they hadn't heard from the Ayatollah. He's smart staying in his bunker. If he'd have stuck his head out, somebody might have taken it off. And it may not have been the Israelis. The people don't like him either. But he doesn't have as many guardsmen, Iranian guardsmen anymore, his elite police force. He took a lot of them out, or Israel did. So he published something, but then they didn't believe it, so then he had to make a video. So apparently he's still alive, unless he made the video before the war and just had it on file. You never know. These guys are students of Satan. But he's talking like, oh, we're so grateful to our Iranian military that we won this war. Yeah. Delusional. I know he knows that it's not true. Well, I hope he knows it's not true. If he believes it's true, he really, truly is delusional. But it's not over. Ezekiel 38 proves it. So we just have to wait. When's it going to happen? After we're gone? I hope. Let's get the Christians out of here before you start letting all the stuff happen. The tribulation won't happen till we're out of here. The Antichrist won't happen. We're not real sure on the Ezekiel 38 war, but the United States isn't going to be able to help. And that sounds like the Christians are gone. Because we're in good shape. We could help now. Continue to pray for everybody. Lots of prayer. We need more prayer now than ever before. Lord, you hear this and you hear me talking. I ask for protection for everybody watching this video. You offer protection for people reading the book of Revelation, blessings and protection. I'm asking for those watching this video. Christians should not be sick. So I'm asking for anyone watching this video that you will find a way to heal them. Help everyone to go out on top. If you're a Christian, we've already won the race. Now it's a relay race. And our team's already won, but we're still passing the baton. So the race isn't over until everybody's gone. But for now, we can be assured that we have won the main race. We'll get up and be able to get our crown. Stand up on the podium. Don't give up yet. We're not done. But you can coast, knowing with the assurance that everything's going to be fine. Like the guy sitting on the exercise bike at the gym. And they said, you're supposed to pedal that. You're not supposed to just sit on it. His response was, hey, I'm going downhill. I'm coasting. God will get us through all this. And I want him to help all of us to be in touch with him, feel good, be joyous, and be loving for those around us. That's how you're going to win them. That's how God won us. Don't forget that. All right. Till we meet in the clouds. God bless.